Bang, bang. What's going on, guys? This is the main event on Talkin Hands. As always, I'm your host, Preston, joined by my co-host, Mr. Danny Betts. We're here to break down this Saturday's main event. We have David Benavidez taking on David Lemieux, huge 168-pound title clash. Prior to that, though, recap last week, 2 huge victories, 2 huge knockouts. First off, let's go with Jaron Boutsanis as he stops Clown 2. Danny, what were your thoughts on that bout?
My guy, bro. I've been telling people for years, this guy's gonna take over, man. I don't know exactly when because he hasn't had that huge fight yet, and obviously these guys don't want to fight him for good reason. But he looked great. I mean, I didn't get to catch my round 4 to 6 bet. I think it was plus 210. I thought Clayton could do a little bit more surviving and stuff like that. And it's crazy because I told you he likes to like grab a little bit, but he was not doing that. He looked scared as soon as he felt that jab and that right hand. It was over, man. Great performance by Ennis.
I was gonna say, what were your thoughts on that knockout punch? Because it kind of seemed like behind the ear, like it wasn't like
It was right. It was right where behind the ear right here. So that's why he was so like dazed, like he could not get up. Things like that. So it was a great performance by Ennis once again. Quick fight. What I love about him, bro, like he's already back in the gym. This is what he does, man. He's always back in the gym right away, ready to work, ready to grind it out and get better, man. That's why I think he's gonna be a superstar for years to come.
Yeah, and still very young. Future's ahead of him. So that was, I believe, an eliminator, but the likelihood of him now fighting a Spence.
Yeah, he called him out.
Yeah.
Yeah, after the fight, he said, because Spence was there, he goes, don't quote me on this. I'm trying to remember exactly what he said. He basically said, oh, I see the big fish there, man, and I'm trying to go fishing. I'm trying to fight Spence. And Spence already said, like, Ennis is doing the right things, getting the job done, getting these KOs and things like that. Keep working, and you might get my attention. Which, me personally, I doubt. If he beats Crawford, he's on his way up, in my opinion, but we'll see.
Yeah, I agree. I don't see that fight being next, but I do think there will be a more competitive step-up fight for him. Clayton was a strong fighter, but he also isn't like very highly ranked, regarded. Mm-hmm. We discussed it last week. Thought he'd get the knockout. Did quicker than we even envisioned. So very impressive performance by Jaron Boutsanis. Move on. Main event from last week. We had Jermell Charlo, Brian Castano, the rematch. Kind of what we said. Charlo had to make the adjustments. If he didn't make the adjustments early, maybe it would play out like the last fight. We thought he'd make the adjustments. We thought he'd hit him cleaner. And he did that. Got him out of there around 10. I know Danny had 7 through 12. And I thought he'd win a decision. But we were firmly in the camp that Charlo was going to make the adjustments, win the fight. He does. It's a commanding knockout. What do you think about that one?
Yeah, man, that was another great fight. It was like the first one, man. But this time they really started fast. And I loved it. Watching like Charlo start fast also. I'm like, yes, this is going to play into his hands later on. And he was doing the things we were saying in the other video, man. He finally listened to his corner. James, his trainer. He was using the jab more. He wasn't getting stuck on the ropes, all like that. And when he did, he would counter and then move to the side, pivot a little bit, things like that. And it caught up to Castano, man. And shout out to Castano because I love watching him because he's so relentless. He's pressure all day. I'm going to go in there and slug it out. But he got caught with a nasty body shot and then an overhand right. And it was over after that.
Yeah, I mean, Castano we discussed it last week. Like, he seems pretty undersized height-wise. But, he has a little muscle, but Charlo was able to push him back, landed a lot of big, heavy shots. And once it got cracked, kind of like the first fight, he kind of wobbled a bit, but Charlo got on him and got the finish. So, huge win, undisputed, 154 now, Charlo. We'll see where – I don't know. It's going to be tough because there's not – no.
for his next opponent. You're talking about?
Yeah.
We'll see, man.
Yeah.
We'll see who it is, man. I'm just happy we cashed that plus 400 with my boy Charlo casting that for us. But he's got a lot of options. You know, the Charlo brothers are always out there, and people want to fight them, obviously, because of the money and the talent, obviously, too. But we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, it was a good win. Impressive win for him. Needed it. Got the finish, which was great. Like you said, cashed a plus 400. Looked good doing it. Sky's the limit for him. I know his brother fights next month, but his brother has, I don't want to say a can, but his brother's a very heavy favorite in that bout. Here we go in the chat. We got Tone Brown saying David Benavidez under 8 rounds. I think we will agree with that one, but we'll get to it. And MMA Locker Room, what's going on, Mills? Glad you could make it in here. So we can move on. Main event time this week. Not as competitive, but should be a barn burner for how long it lasts. David Benavidez takes on David Lemieux. Benavidez, young, rising star at 168 pounds. Potential future opponent for Canelo Alvarez. We'll see, what happens there. And David Lemieux coming back in a nice shine here. He fought Triple G. He fought a lot of fighters, but I think he's a little undersized in this bout. The books, speaking of the books, mybookie.ag, promo code PUBSPORTS, has this at 4.5 rounds, under minus 130, overs even money. So they're expecting a quick wipe bout, and they have Benavidez at minus 3,000. So if you guys want to bet there, use that promo code PUBSPORTS, mybookie.ag, 100% sign-up bonus up to $1,000 on Bitcoin. 50% on credit or debit. mybookie.ag, promo code PUBSPORTS. I think we'll be in pretty much consensus here. But Danny, what do you think is going to happen in Benavidez Lemieux?
Man, first of all, Lemieux's fought like at 160 and 168. He's been up and down, and like we were saying before, Lemieux's pretty undersized in this one, man. He's 5'9" with 70-inch reach, and Benavidez is 6 foot tall with 77-inch reach. A true 168-pounder. I'm not disagreeing with Tone. I think we could both cast because I like the over 4.5 at minus 140 because the Muse tricky and he has good power, especially beginning of the fights. And he fights to his height. He will, square down, and he's actually be like 5'5" in the ring. And with Benavidez, he likes to fight tall. So I think he's gonna have the little, I'm not say trouble, but just it's gonna be weird to him for the first couple of rounds. I can see it going over pretty easy.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be a lot of does Lemieux wanna, I want to say get in Benavidez's face. So the one thing Benavidez does in the fights I've watched is he will throw, and he'll throw a lot, and it's underrated power because it's almost like the guy who just won 2 weeks ago, Fundora, the Towering Inferno, how he's kind of up there and he's throwing those uppercuts. And it doesn't look like he's hitting you or really hurting you that much. They just constantly touching you, jabbing you. And then the accumulation happens. And he's
My dog's barking.
I don't know where we're going to get that big upset.
Nah, right? Yeah. My dog don't know shit about boxing. He's over here rooting for Lemieux.
No, I mean, this would be very, very big upset because Lemieux hasn't been in there with top-notch competition in 5-6 years.
Triple G, the last guy. I mean, Billy Joe Saunders, but that's not. He's good, but he's not top notch.
And Billy Joe isn't really gonna bomb you out
no, he's more footwork.
Yeah, Benavidez will bomb him out. Yeah, I think it's going to be tough for Lemieux because he's not a boxer, so he's not going to, just stick and move. He's going to have to make it a fight. He likes making a fight, but he's just outgunned in this fight. Benavidez is the bigger guy, stronger guy, the reach, the jabs, the uppercuts are going to come from all walks of life. I agree with you. I thought it was pretty surprising to put a main event championship fight at 4.5 rounds.
I guarantee. Well, I'm not gonna say guarantee, but I'm pretty sure they're gonna switch that pretty soon. Watch.
Yeah,
they'll put it. They'll put it like 5.5, 6.5.
Yeah, because it's not like, I mean, Benavidez is a powerful puncher, but Benavidez isn't Mike Tyson. He's not just walking people down. Like, he hasn't had his last fight he won in 2 rounds was March 2019, so 3 years ago, versus Jalen Love. He knocked him out in 2 rounds. And Lemieux is better than the last couple of guys he's fought too. Kyron Davis, okay. Lemieux has a better resume than him. Ron Ellis is okay. And you have to think Benavidez was supposed to fight last August. I don't know if it was COVID or what happened.
I don't remember. Was it COVID?
I don't know. I thought he got injured, and then okay, so the guy he fought pulled from the fight for failing a drug test, and then they rescheduled the bout, and then that's who Lemieux ended up knocking out, basically in his adopted home in Arizona. So, yeah, no, I like Benavidez here. I like him here. KO again. Even the freaking KO.
I mean, dropped. The KO is like minus 800, bro.
I know.
That's ridiculous. But I'll be honest, man. Yeah, like as long as Lemieux don't catch him, which I don't think that's gonna happen, Benavidez should like whoop his ass. If you don't get a knockout in here, it's a disappointment in my eyes. Because if you're trying to get big fights after this, you gotta make a statement here and take out Lemieux. You know, he's what, 35? Lemieux's 35. Benavidez is 25. Big age difference. You know, younger guy, bigger guy, more powered, and I just like the over. I'm gonna sprinkle probably like rounds, 6, 7, 8. I don't know what the odds are. They didn't have them out yet, but that's my strategy for this fight to bet.
Yeah, and I mean the thing too that I was watching a lot of Benavidez' fights, which is why I would caution him from fighting a Canelo, a superstars. He gets touched quite a bit too. He's getting hit. He's not avoiding the shots, but Lemieux isn't the power puncher to really put him out. It's going to be, he's just going to walk him down, walk through his punches, and Lemieux's going to almost what you were saying last week or with Clayton, he's going to have to tie him up, make it like a dirtier fight. Because if Benavidez just goes in there and does this a lot, rolls his shoulders, and then if he really attacks the body, it could be over.
But that's my only worry. Like you were just saying, they're both hittable. So this should be a good fight to watch for like, you know, people, casuals or whatever. This should be a good scrap. Like it's not gonna be a typical, outside boxing. They're gonna, smack each other. Like that's my only worry about the over, but I don't think, I think Lemieux is tougher than that, and he'll last like at least 4 or 5 rounds.
Yeah, I mean, again, it's 4.5 rounds. It's a 12-round fight. It's not like,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree. I like it quite a bit. I'm gonna see. Damn, unfortunately, we don't have anything up. I was gonna say for Prize Picks, last week, Charlo you could have got. He hit his punch output, and I
think they both did, didn't they?
Castano did as well. So I was gonna look for Prize Picks promo code PUBSPORTS, get that 100% deposit bonus match on your initial $100. PrizePicks.com, promo code PUBSPORTS. Because PrizePicks actually has been pretty good with the boxing because they'll have the round props. And I did hit last week. I gave out Ennis over fantasy score.
Yep, you did.
And I did bet that, and it hit. Yeah, it was over 121.5. And he had, guess what, 124. So they were like right on the money.
Yeah, they were on the money.
Hit. Yeah, but I did bet that last week on Prize Picks. And Prize Picks had his round at 4.5. It went under because he knocked him out in round 2. So Prize Picks, if you don't want to bet it at mybookie.ag, they should put up a 4.5. We like the over. And like Danny said, it's getting juiced 130, 140. Maybe they move it to a 5.5. Prize Picks holds a 4.5. You're getting value right there. So I think it's pretty consensual here what we're going with, agreed upon. I do see some odds for round props.
Where are they?
Right now, it's on FanDuel, on ProBoxingOdds.com. Benavidez, you can do 4 through 6, which it's not good. It's plus 130. Or you can do Benavidez 1 to 3 is plus 240, 7 to 9 is plus 350, and then 10 through 12 is plus 1,000.
See, I would do 7 to 9.
Yeah, plus 350. Yeah, I'll probably go with it's not good, but my pick is going to be David Benavidez 4 to 6 plus 135. You're taking a minus 2,000 into his win condition, which is knockout. Knockout is minus 800. You're then picking the rounds that likely you think's going to happen. I think 4 to 6. I just assume Lemieux has enough savvy and veteran savvy not to get knocked out 1, 2, or 3. Last there, then Benavidez gets him out of there around 4 to 6. And then Benavidez maybe makes that Charlo call out again. I wouldn't take that fight if I were you, David Benavidez.
I mean, they had that little scuffle.
Yeah. But the one thing you could say is Canelo struggled with a taller, bigger man and Bivol, but that was also 175. This would be 168. Bivol is a better boxer than David Benavidez. I don't know.
Right.
I don't know.
I also think, like, don't get me wrong, I respect the Charlo brothers and stuff like that, but I think they're a little overrated. Jermell, in my opinion, is better, but I don't know. They still got to prove some things to me.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, Charlo, like, that's probably, and I mean, it's just not like the best division. I was gonna say that's probably gonna be his best win for a while last week. It's just that division isn't great. I mean, Spence could move up, obviously. Right. Like Crawford,
I think he will.
Actually, yeah, Crawford
if he wins,
moving up. Yeah, so
we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, we can just go right on to best bet because it's kind of blah, not like the most competitive fight. For me, I'm going Benavidez 4 to 6. I'd look it up plus 135. I just think David Benavidez has the reach, the power, the size, the competition. Like Danny was saying, he wants the bigger, better fights. He's got to get this guy out of there. And it's a good name on the resume. Like, Lemieux's a good name to have. So I'm going with David Benavidez, round 4 through 6. Danny, what are you looking at?
Yes, sir. Like Big So said, hit that like button. I don't know if we want to do that competition on this video for the comments.
Oh, no.
After.
I mean, yeah. I feel bad.
Well,
Evan L. had the comment.
I know.
Yeah. But it was UD
but
and it was a KO.
Yeah. He won some tickets to Austin, the UFC in Austin. So that's great. But yeah, my best bet for this one's the over 4.5. I think is at minus 140. It is at, I got it at minus 140. I already bet it. I'm gonna see what the round props are in Bovada or MyBookie. I might do 7 to 9. Just sprinkle. See if Lemieux could last, until 7th, 9th round. Yeah, I'm on Benavidez, man. I think he should get it done. If not, it's gonna be a disappointment. Like I said, man.
Yeah, I mean, he has to knock this guy out. Like, again, my caution is, but I'll hand up. I guess I was wrong about Fundora because I thought Fundora eventually would get slept. But Fundora he didn't look great, but he got what's the guy who do you Lubin. Yeah, he got Lubin out of there. So we'll see. Benavidez to me has a similar style, overwhelms people, the height, the size, but he's very hittable. Eventually, I think it's going to catch up to him. Maybe not this fight, but in due time, I think David Benavidez will.
I agree, yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, that'll be it. If you guys can, hit that like, as Big Show said. Subscribe here if you're new to PUBSPORTS Radio. We got shows every day, all day. Great live streams. UFC's, this Saturday. Another big card. Guys are making money each and every week. And leave a comment down below on this video. Tell us who you like. Think Lemieux can pull off the upset? If you do, you got to put it in the chat.
I want to hear that bullshit afterwards. I told you. Where's the proof? Put it in the comments.
Yeah, and Guillermo Zatucci with a nice little call out to Danny there with the money call.
My boy Charlo. G. Yes, sir, man. Let's make this cash.
So yeah, if you guys could leave a comment down below with your picks for the bout, let us know you want Benavidez to fight Canelo. Maybe
I might also, man. I might have a interview coming up in the next few days with one of my good friends here, a professional boxer. He's got a fight coming up, so stay tuned for that.
For sure, yeah. That will be under the Talkin Hands umbrella. So make sure to follow that. Mark Nolan here. Hey guys, I'm new to y'all. What's up, Mark?
What's going on, Mark?
Yeah, make sure to catch us out, Mark. We're here basically 24/7. One more can I tell you? Make sure to tune in. Also, the guys will be live at 7:30. The Nightcap, Cabby, Nick. I believe Connor's going to be on there.
8:30 Eastern. 8:30 Eastern.
Yeah, 8:30 Eastern. So I hopped on. Yeah, Mark. Yeah, boxing. It's a good transition to MMA for sure. Thanks, G, for the kind words. And yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. We will see you next week. Big main event: Tank Davis, Rolando Romero. Big
Preston's favorite fighter.
Yeah. I love me some Tank. I love it. So yeah, we'll see you guys next week. This was the main event. Talkin Hands. Peace out.